The evolution of car design is a fascinating tale that mirrors changes in technology, consumer preferences, and cultural trends. For many years, cars were distinguished by their boxy designs, which prioritized functionality and usefulness over aesthetics. But as the industry developed, a notable shift took place, guiding the design concept toward automobiles that were more aerodynamic and curvy. This change improved efficiency and performance in addition to redefining aesthetics. The transition from boxy to curving mirrors broader societal developments, starting with the early utilitarian forms of the mid-20th century and ending with the sleek, sculpted designs we see today. Automakers responded with creative designs that combined beauty and functionality as buyers started to place a higher value on emotional appeal and style. This change was made possible by developments in aerodynamics, materials, and production techniques, which enabled more fluid designs that enhanced performance and fuel economy. Furthermore, the way we view and engage with cars has been influenced by famous designers and international design trends. We'll examine how the union of engineering and creativity has transformed the automotive sector as we dig into the 7 major themes that define this development. The changing preferences and lifestyles of the drivers who want a relationship with their cars are also highlighted by this change, in addition to the cars themselves. Come along as we examine how the automotive industry has changed from the straight lines of the past to the curved shapes of contemporary vehicles. 1. Efficiency and aerodynamics. The focus on aerodynamics is one of the main factors causing the transition from boxy to curved car designs. Automobiles with angular and practical forms were produced in the early days of the industry because functionality frequently took precedence over beauty. However, it became evident that rounder, smoother designs may lower drag and increase fuel efficiency as engineers and designers gained a better understanding of aerodynamics. Manufacturers were able to improve their designs after wind tunnel testing was introduced in the middle of the 20th century. The idea of streamlining was first introduced by vehicles like as the Chrysler Airflow in the 1930s, but most automakers did not adopt aerodynamic forms until the 1970s and 1980s. Launched in 1986, the Ford Taurus is frequently regarded as a watershed vehicle because of its curved design, which enhanced performance and fuel economy. Second, evolving customer preferences. The preferences of consumers changed along with society. A flourishing economy and rising disposable wealth in the years following World War II fueled demand for more opulent and fashionable automobiles. Manufacturers started to prioritize aesthetics over functionality as consumers started to choose vehicles that exuded refinement and modernity. The big 3 American automakers Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler were at their height in the 1950s and 1960s when they fiercely fought for consumers' attention. More fashionable models with curved lines and chrome accents were introduced as a result of this competition. This new era was embodied by the Ford Mustang and the Chevrolet Corvette, which combined performance and striking design. The transition from boxy to curved designs became more noticeable as automakers responded to market demands for more aesthetically pleasing vehicles. 3. Design movement's influence. Throughout history, a variety of design movements and fads have greatly influenced the development of automobile design. The modernist movement, which prioritized utility, simplicity, and clean lines, rose to prominence in the middle of the 20th century. This way of thinking pushed auto designers to use more streamlined designs instead of the boxy shapes that had dominated previous models. The space-age style became popular in the 1960s, which encouraged automakers to add futuristic and organic designs to their cars. These sleek curves were displayed by iconic cars such as the Pontiac GTO and the Cadillac Eldorado, which reflected the culture's preoccupation with advancement and innovation. Additionally, the advent of design ideas like fastback profiles, which have a roofline that slopes gently, challenged conventional automobile shapes and added to the general trend toward curvier designs. In addition to changing the visual language of cars, these design movements strengthened the desire for aesthetics that complemented the changing cultural environment. 4. Material and manufacturing advancements. Improvements in materials and manufacturing techniques have played a major role in the shift from boxy to curved car designs. Due in significant part to the heavy metals used in their construction, early cars had angular forms and limited design options. But as technology developed, producers started using lighter materials like aluminum and sophisticated polymers. This change opened the door for curvier designs by enabling the development of more complex and aerodynamic shapes. The automotive industry was significantly transformed in the 1980s and 1990s with the advent of computer-aided design, CAD. Designers were able to produce intricate curves and shapes with previously unheard-of accuracy, producing cars that were both aesthetically pleasing and aerodynamically effective. Curvaceous car forms became popular as a result of manufacturers' increased ability to experiment with daring designs and materials, thanks to technology advancements. The definition of automobile aesthetics has ultimately been redefined by developments in manufacturing and materials, which have made it possible for designs to become more dynamic and flowing. 5. Internationalization and idea exchange. Car design has been greatly influenced by the globalization of the automotive sector, which has promoted a rich cross-border exchange of ideas and technologies. Diverse design concepts started to blend together as manufacturers from several nations worked together. For example, Japanese automakers created vehicles that were both useful and aesthetically pleasing by embracing a more condensed and curved design language that placed an emphasis on functionality without compromising aesthetics. The aesthetics of cars around the world have also been greatly influenced by European design, especially Italian design. Famous for their curved, graceful designs, iconic companies like Alfa Romeo, Lamborghini, and Ferrari set the standard that motivated manufacturers all over the world. International car shows, which provided a platform for the sharing and celebration of discoveries and trends, further facilitated this idea exchange and helped to create a more uniform but varied automotive design environment. In the end, globalization has benefited the automobile sector by allowing for the ongoing development of vehicle designs that combine creative thinking with cultural influences. 6. Technology's place in design. Technological developments have had a big impact on car design by allowing designers to experiment and become more efficient. Aerodynamic forms may now be created and tested digitally before going into production, thanks to innovations like computer-aided engineering, CAE, and computational fluid dynamics, CFD. Because of this technology, designers are now more inclined to use curved shapes, which improve both appearance and usefulness. Traditional car designs have also been re-examined in light of the growing popularity of electric and hybrid vehicles. Designers have more leeway to experiment with shapes and sizes because many electric vehicles do not have the large internal combustion engines featured in traditional cars. This approach is best represented by models with flowing, sleek lines that put aerodynamics first, such as the BMW i3 and the Tesla Model S. The emphasis on curved designs is becoming more noticeable as manufacturers strive to maximize performance and efficiency, which is indicative of a larger trend in the automotive sector towards innovation. 7. Pop culture and cultural influences. Pop culture and cultural influences have been crucial in determining how automotive design has changed throughout time. The way cars are portrayed in films, TV series, and ads has had a big influence on how the general public views what makes an automobile desirable. Sleek, curved muscle vehicles were featured in iconic movies like Bullitt and Gone in 60 Seconds, which elevated them to the status of cultural icons of power, speed, and style. By elevating the status of fashionable cars, these representations inspired buyers to want to own like models. Furthermore, a greater appreciation for design aesthetics has been cultivated by the growth of vehicle culture and enthusiast networks. For aficionados to celebrate and talk about curved designs and cutting-edge engineering, car exhibitions, conventions, and social media platforms have become essential venues. Manufacturers have increased their investments in design and aesthetics as a result of this cultural shift, realizing the value of eye-catching imagery in drawing in customers. As a result, the focus on curved shapes is still quite popular, reflecting both customer preferences and the constantly changing automotive culture. Final thoughts. The transition from boxy to curved car designs, in summary, tells a larger story about innovation, customer tastes, and cultural influences in the automotive sector. Numerous variables, including as improvements in materials, manufacturing techniques, and aerodynamics, as well as the globalization of design concepts, have contributed to this change. Our perception of cars has changed as a result of the greater focus on efficiency and beauty, which has prompted automakers to produce models that are both aesthetically pleasing and useful. Electric and hybrid cars are at the forefront of the automotive industry's ongoing evolution as we look to the future. These developments are opening the door to even more curved designs that put sustainability first, without sacrificing aesthetics. These upcoming designs will be greatly influenced by technology, which will enable more experimentation and originality. The transition from boxy to curves ultimately symbolizes the continuous conversation between engineering and art in the car industry and goes beyond simple aesthetics. The industry's answer is probably going to keep pushing the envelope as consumers' awareness of design and usefulness grows. With every new model, we can look forward to innovative advancements that respect the past while welcoming the future, guaranteeing that the area of automobile design will always be vibrant and fascinating. Let us know in the comments what you think about the how cars went from boxy to curvy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.